watching the Olympics or any college track meet, you have seen them run what they call the 400-meter hurdles or the 110-meter hurdle dash. And if you ever watch them, you see how they glide over them and how they do it so quickly compared to people like me and who just start out, who seem to jump over the hurdles. And so I'm going to teach you guys how they do it to the best of my ability. But first I'm going to tell you a little bit about the hurdles and how I got into it. So the reason that the hurdle is set up the way it is with the turn right here, I guess, is that when the runner is coming in, if they hit the hurdle, which I tend to do a lot when I am running, it will fall. It won't fall all the way down, but it will fall and then come back up so it doesn't impede anybody else and it doesn't endanger the runner at all. If you hit it hard enough, which this kid at my state track meet did, and it was a really cool picture of me, it will fall to the ground or it will go flying off to the side, which is what the kid did. He hit it and it flew off to the side behind me. That's a really cool picture. So that's why that's set up that way. Ours are set up as a curve, which allows it to fall over easier. The one we went to 2 weeks ago in Lewiston, it comes to a 90 degrees, and that one I don't like as much because when you hit it, it hurts. And I hit it with my knee about 4 times, and my knees were bruised for about a week and a half because it doesn't fall, it just stays straight up. How I got started into this was last year. This is my second year. Last year, I was screwing around after practice, and Mackenzie Mendenhall and George Hayes, who was the coach at that time, saw me, and the very next day made me start doing hurdles. I run the 300-meter hurdles, which we start way the heck over there, have to run all the way around the corner and end over there. And then there's also, for the guys, the 110 meters, which they start down that way, and they just run that way. For the guys, the 300-meter hurdles is this height. I believe that it's 36 centimeters, so it's about 3 feet tall. This is the 300 height. It is the middle click for the buttons. The guys' 110s are 1 click above that, so it's 39 centimeters, which are these two. I didn't change that one. Oh, yeah, I did. The girls' 100-meter hurdles are 1 click below the guys' 300, which are these ones. And the girls' 300 meters is the lowest click possible, and that is this one. These are actually on the marks that they would be on for a regular race. The 300-meter hurdles for guys and girls are the reds. The 110s for guys are the blues, and the 100s for girls are the goldish colors. So as a runner is approaching the hurdle, there's a lot of different technique, and it's really hard to get down if you don't know how to do it. That goes into it. The first thing is that you don't jump a hurdle, you hurdle a hurdle, and it's really confusing. But if you actually do it, you understand why you don't jump. If you've ever played basketball, when you go to jump to touch the rim or do a lay-in, your center of gravity drops for you to be able to come back up. And when you're approaching the hurdle, your center of gravity stays straight on the entire time because you don't jump. You're pretty much just lengthening your stride over the hurdle. Yeah, you leap kind of. That's more of, leaping forward. So there's a bunch of different parts that go into it. There's your upper bodies, there's your arms, your lead leg, which my lead leg is my right leg. Mackenzie Mendenhall's lead leg was her left leg. And then there's your trail leg, which is obviously my left leg. So your upper body, when you are approaching the hurdle, is straight up, maybe a little bit lean forward because that's how you run. As you go to leap or hurdle the hurdle, your body comes forward, probably about 30 to 45 degrees, because it makes your body more aerodynamic. And when you finish the hurdle, it helps to snap your body straight back up and get on the ground faster because you are faster on the ground than you are in the air. Your arms. So when you're running, your arms are like this, just like they normally are. And your lead leg arm, so the arm that is on the side of your lead leg, stays the same the entire time through the hurdle. But your non-lead leg arm, your trail leg arm, as you are approaching the hurdle and bringing your lead leg up, comes out and across your body while you are up. And then as soon as you want to put your lead leg down, it snaps back to your hip and back into place, and you continue to run. Your lead leg, the reason it's called your lead leg is because it leads your body over the hurdle. It is the one that you see stretched out. A lot of people tend to come out with their lead leg like this, or to come straight up with your lead leg, and that is not how you do it. You want it straight out, but as you are approaching the hurdle, it's more of a kicking motion, like you're about to kick somebody in the face. Personally, a lot of hurdlers always wish that there was somebody's face on the other side that they could spike. I don't know why. It's just always what we've done and what we've wanted. So as you're approaching, while your lead leg is coming up, your trail arm is coming out and across. And then as soon as you want it to go back down, when you're over the hurdle, it goes down like this and comes out. Your trail leg is kind of confusing. I'll turn this around so you guys can see it. When it goes over, it's my left leg. So when it goes over, you're kind of trying to get it as flat to the side as you possibly can. So you're kind of going in this motion, and you want a 90 here, and then a 90 in your knee too. So you want it like this. So you come up and over, and then as you're coming out, you put it as high as you can into your armpit and straight back down. That allows just for the quicker, it allows you to get your foot back down on the ground quicker, and allows you to miss the hurdle so you don't trip and fall like I've almost done 4 times. So yeah, it looks like a lot, and it's really confusing when you are first starting, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and the more flexible you become. So what it might look like in a slow-mo is kind of like this. When it's all put together, you're coming up, your lead leg goes out, your front arm goes up, and your trail leg goes like that. I did not hit my balls, so don't worry. So your lead leg goes out, goes over, and it's down on the ground as soon as you can get it. And then your trail leg comes back and out as soon as it clears. And you just snap everything back to the ground and continue to run. So I'm going to show you what it looks like at a faster motion. They wanted me to put more hurdles out, so I'll put more hurdles out.
How tall is it?
7 feet. Thanks for jumping.
Save your questions for the end.
If your question was, have I ever hit my balls? No. Because I'm normally about 1.5 foot higher than the hurdle. So, as you approach, you're on your toes because you're sprinting, and your arms are doing the same thing, and this is what it would look like. So as you noticed, that first one was really bad, but the second two, when I went over, my hips didn't raise that much and they didn't lower that much because I'm not hurdling. I'm not jumping, I'm hurdling or leaping. So yeah, that's how you do it like the pros, with the correct arm technique, with your arm coming out in front of you and across your body, and then snapping back with your lead leg kicking instead of bringing it out or just straight up, and your lead leg at a 90 and snapping it back. So I hope you guys are ready to go run hurdles with the Olympics now. Thank you.